Hey, welcome back. Welcome back. It's me again. It's your host, Keith. Nice to see you guys here. If you're new to the channel, my name's Keith. Thanks for sticking around, or at least thanks for considering sticking around. If you've made it this far, feel free to introduce yourself or say hello. Feel free to subscribe to the channel. We have some cool things going on here. It's always nice to see some new faces. It's even nicer to see old faces. I mean, it's nice to see new faces, and it's nicer to see old faces. You know what I mean? So thank you guys for hanging out, being homies. Sorry, I took a little hiatus. I've been in the studio. I've just been being. I've just been a human. I've just been doing the human thing. Been fantasizing, fucking building Fern Gully rainforest and like video games and music and existing as a human. You guys know how it is. I've been having hermetics on the mind. I've been having gnosis. I've been having gnosis on the mind, and it's I wanted to do a video and just talk to you guys, talk with you guys. Just, you know how it is. There's a lot of stuff going on, and it's nice to say it out loud in a dialogue, so you can sort of wrap your head around concepts. This is the whole reason why we have conversations. You realize that, right? You pose an idea. I question that idea, which forces you to define your idea, which forces you to sort of articulate your idea in a way that not only you understand it, but others can understand it, which in turn forces you to understand it on a deeper level. And we sort of do that, and we go back and forth amongst one another until the two parties or two or more parties involved are able to have a better understanding of the world. At least with more people involved in said paradigm. So that's why we're here. That's why I like when people join. People chime in. That's why I love when people ask questions. Why I love people share their thoughts and ideas. And I know sometimes I come in hot on you guys, and I'm like, I question the hell out of you. I've deleted some of your guys' comments before. Jokingly, just staying in character, so to speak. But it's like, let this be the space where ideas can be presented and battered and questioned, not out of one-upmanship, not out of my guru is better than your guru, my Shaolin is better than your karate, but just because it's like, I want to know why you think what you think and how exactly it is that you think it. Not to judge it, but simply, or well, sort of to judge it, but not, so that I may have the pleasure of sincerely and genuinely viewing the world through someone else's eyes. I only see the world ever as Keith, my experiences, my intentions, the things that I've studied, the things that I haven't studied, the lovers that I've had and haven't had. What we do and what we don't do, just as much. The nothing defines us just as much as the something does. In fact, our edge is defined exactly by that, by making things. Allow me some poetic justice here. Anywho, well, let's get on with it. The first and fundamental division is between the intelligible and sensory world. Looks like my chat might be down again. Oh, nice. Cha-ching. Sometimes my chat goes down. If it's off, it might come back, you guys. I'm sorry. Or you're just sitting there enjoying yourselves. I'm gonna dabble. I was reading something and I thought, that's funny. The foreword was written by Keith, which is what my name is. So I'm gonna read something to you guys. It's a book called The Quadrivium. The four classical liberal arts of number, geometry, music, and cosmetology. I'm sure you guys have seen this book, like we all have, a million times, but haven't read it yet. So let this be an opportunity to give y'all some momentum so that if you considered reading this book, maybe it will inspire you to actually pick it up and finish it. I've been reading pages here and there, and it's definitely not your average read. It definitely involves active engagement and focus, because some of the concepts are like, it's like a course. The shapes of sounds in 3/4, the canon, 12 around 1, how to draw a dodecahedron. It's got sacred geometry in here. Bunch of cool stuff. The heptad, 7 sisters. So we got the Pleiadians in here. Looks like we got. It's symbology, man. That was another cool thing about it. Is it's just like, I read 2 pages and it dropped a couple bombs on me that I was like, yo, this is super cool. So I'm gonna read you guys the introduction to it. So that will give myself and you guys just a little bit of gusto in case you want to pick the book up and to get the noodle work. First, okay. This YouTube's been weird with me lately. It's been shutting off people's comments. Oh well. Here we go. Everyone, thank you for being here. Thanks for support. Slam that like button. Subscribe if you're new. Come chill. Introduction. This is the quadrivium. So, the quadrivium was first formulated and taught by Pythagoras as the Tetractys. It's a weird word. Tetractys. Around 500 BC, in a community where all were equal, materially and moral, and where women had equal status to men. It was the first European schooling structure that honed education down to 7 essential subjects, later known as the 7 liberal arts. The word education comes from the Latin educare, meaning to lead out, pointing to the central doctrine that Socrates, under Plato's pen, elucidated so clearly. Knowledge is an inherent and intrinsic part of our soul culture. The trivium of language is structured on the cardinal and objective truths, beauty, and goodness. The values of truth, beauty, and goodness. Its 3 subjects are grammar. But already, right? Grammar. How we speak things, how they're written out, etymology. Its 3 subjects are grammar, that ensures the good structure of language, because what does language do? What do words do? In expressing truth. The quadrivium arises out of the most revered of all subjects available to the human mind. Number. The first of these disciplines we call arithmetic. The second is geometry, or the order of space, as number in space. And the third is harmony, which for Plato meant number in time. All these studies offer a safe and reliable ladder to reach the simultaneous values of the true, the good, and the beautiful. This in turn leads to the essential harmonious values of wholeness. Our soul, which is proven to be immortal by Socrates in the Phaedo, comes from a position of complete knowledge prior to being born into the body. Remembering. The point of education literally means putting the separate members back into a wholeness. Oops. The goal of studying these subjects was to climb back up to the unity through simplification based on the understanding gained by engaging in each area of the quadrivium. The goal lay in finding their source. Traditionally, this was the sole purpose of the search for knowledge. In his discussions on the ideals of education, Socrates reveals his model of the continuity of consciousness. This was a line drawn vertically, reaching from the beginnings of conscious knowledge in estimations right up to the climax of consciousness as gnosis, spelled with an N, right? The OG gnosis, Greek gnosis, to know, to unite, which is, like they just said, which is unified understanding. Beyond this is the indescribable feeling, soaring, tumbling, freewheeling on a magic carpet ride, a whole new world. I'm so glad you guys can't comment in the chat room right now, because maybe you can. Is it still blank? Yeah, it's still blank. Thanks for the likes, you guys. Oh, we got a dislike. That's a bummer. How do we get a dislike on the live chat room? Savage. Anyways, we'll continue. Okay. Beyond this is the indescribable and ineffable. There are significantly 4 stages given by Socrates' division of the ontological line. The first and fundamental division is between the intelligible and sensory world, where we got our title from, between mind and matter. Next, each of these is divided, estimations from opinions. In the sensory world, even correct opinions are still based on sensory experience, while above the first divided line, in the intelligible world of the mind, we find ourselves in truth-bearing, true and objective knowledge. The final topmost division of the intelligible is nous, pronounced new, or pure knowledge. So it says the final topmost division of the intelligible is new, or pure knowledge of itself, where the knower, the known, and the knowing become one. This is the goal and source of all knowledge. Thus, time and wisdom tested, the quadrivium offers the sincere. Read that again. The quadrivium offers the sincere seeker the opportunity to regain their own inner understanding of the integral nature of the universe, with themselves as an inseparable part. Turning now to the 4 ways in more detail. Arithmetic has 3 levels: the materially numbered, mathematicians, number indefinite, and ideal or archetypal number, complete at 10. Geometry unfolds in 4 stages. The non-dimensional points, that's just your dot, which moves to become a line, which in turn moves to become a plane, finally achieving solidity as the tetrahedron. If you want to get into the nuts and bolts of sacred geometry, harmony, the nature of the soul, displays 4 musical scales: the pentatonic, diatonic, chromatic, and shruti. Finally, we come to the cosmos, a word originated by Pythagoras, meaning order and adornment. The Pythagoreans viewed the visible heavens as an adornment of pure principles, the number of visible planets relating to the principles of proportional harmony. The study of the perfection of the heavens was a way of perfecting the movements of one's own soul. Did you guys hear that? A can, it sounded like a tin can just popped in the corner of my garage. So we'll read that last line again, maybe it's important. It says, the study of the perfection of the heavens was a way of perfecting the movement of one's own soul. Here's one thing though. So we talked about Pythagoreans viewed the visible heavens as an adornment, the number of visible planets relating to the principles of proportional harmony, which is specific to Earth, right? Because if you're looking at the heavens from Mars, you have a completely different vantage point than Earth. So things are going to, maybe not too different in the same solar system, but if you were in a different solar system, or if you were in a different galaxy altogether, you would see a different orientation of the heavens, right? So you would, in other words, to know astrology on Earth and to be an astrology master is like completely useless on any other planet, because you'd have to relearn. Not completely useless, but you get what I'm saying. Curious, no one's talked about that more. Like, hey, what's astrology look like for the Pleiadians? I mean, what's the astrological chart look like for the Arcturians? You know what I'm saying? I don't know, I'm just throwing shit out there. Sorry, you guys still can't comment, my bad. That's twice it's done that now. It kind of bums me out. Unless I turned them off. Let me check and see if oh, still not in here. Okay, I'm gonna read this last section. Thank you. Thanks for tuning in. If you guys just checked in, what's up? It's your host Keith. Nice to see you guys. Thanks. Take your shoes off. Stay a while. Students of the quadrivium have included the Cassiodonus. My Greek pronunciation is being tested here. It says the students of the quadrivium have included Cassiodonus, Philolaus, Timaeus, Archytas, Plato, Aristotle, Eudemus, Euclid, Cicerso, Philo the Jew, Nicomachus, Saint Clement of Alexandria, Saint Origen but spelled different, Plotinus, Iamblichus, Macrobius, Capella. Interesting, a cappella. This dude's name's Capella, so what's Capella mean? His is the most entertaining version available. Capella. Dionysius, the Areopagite. Dionysius, the Areopagite. Bede, Alcuin, Al-Khorismi, Al-Kindi, Eurygena, Gerbert Doelach, the Brethren of Purity, Fulbert, Ibn Sina, Hugo of Saint Victor, Bernardus Sylvestris, Bernard of Clairvaux. Do you know any of these guys? Hildegard, Don't we have someone in the room whose name is Hildegard? And every time I see that, it's Hildegard, right? That's someone that pops up all the time. One of the subscribers. Maybe I hope they're here. I can't see comments, but Hildegard of Bingen, Alanus ab Insulis, Joachim of Fjord, Ibn Arabi, Grosseteste, great English scientist, Roger Bacon, Thomas Aquinas. There's a what's up, Kingston? Thomas Aquinas. There's a school over here named after St. Thomas Aquinas. It's like my all-time favorite hype. Dante and Kepler. We finish with 2 quotes. The first is from the Pythagoreans via the Golden Verses. And thou shalt know that law established the inner nature of all things alike. The second is from Iamblichus, which states, not for your sake was the world generated, but you were born for its sake. It's the introduction of the quadrivium. Chapter 1, Sacred Number. The secret qualities of quantities. Miranda Lundy, with additional material by Adam Tempos. I'm going to kind of throw myself under the bus when I say this, but you guys are trying to be next level, right? You guys aren't always trying to get your information from YouTubers like myself, right? There are things that we can learn about that gives us a tool belt, like some people will say, okay, here's a door, and the door leads you to anywhere. Wherever you want to go, you go through this door, or actually not wherever you want to go. The door, it's a magic door. Say it takes you to Lord of the Ring, it takes you to Middle Earth, Narnia, fucking Hogwarts, wherever your favorite fantasy place is. Hawaii. It's like, oh, cool, it's a magic door. Like, thanks, man. That's what, like, videos that I put out are magic doors. Videos that you guys, probably your other favorite spiritual people, articles that you read that are sort of commentary on spiritual knowledge, they're magic. They're all magic doors. But at some point, at some level, we got to start putting in serious work into like the books that we're reading and sort of the masterminds that we study, so that we have a utility belt that allows us to build our own door that can go to any sort of destination. It's nice to sort of piggyback off of other people's interpretations of the world, but it's still an interpretation. You know what I mean? Like, we're in the third dimension, so we experience, 90% of existence through our senses: touch, taste, smell. It's only 3. What are the other ones? Touch, taste, smell, sight, or camera. Sound? I hear sound. And that's extremely specific to an individual's. You know what I mean? Like, some things don't even see. You know what I mean? So to Keith, what's your point? My point is, when you feel like you've hit a rut, I mean, you've been on your spiritual journey and you feel like you've been stagnant, or you feel like like you're missing something. You feel like your quest for knowledge has turned more into a chore, more into like monotonous. I think it's because we're leaning a little too much into the external world and trying to have other people give us the answers to shit. Go seeking out others for validation, or seeking out others to make decisions, or seeking out others to tell us how we should think or feel about a situation. Because it's easy to be like, and I've fallen into this too. It's easy to say, oh, everyone's sheeple, and no one thinks for themselves. Everyone's just sheep. And it's like, to a degree, even people in the sort of woke community are still going towards people to tell them how to think and feel, right? They're just, albeit they're going to people that they trust. Not that there's anything wrong in going to other people for validation. Like, I don't mean to say that. I just mean we need balance. You know what I mean? And even if you're going, you could be going to fucking the Buddha himself. But if you're constantly going to him for answers, I'm sure he would tell you this. I feel like Buddha's the kind of guy who'd be telling the same shit that I'm telling you right now. It's like, look, man, you got the answers. The only thing I'm a guru at is telling you guys that you guys are your own guru. If that's what you need me here for, that's the best I can do. Of course, I'll say things to you. Like, I can say things to you that might trigger something, or turn a light bulb, or make a connect, give you an aha moment, so that sets a sort of chain reaction that sparks your own inner volatile juices. You know what I mean? Start reading the greats, man. Start reading the fucking greats. Start like, because don't you guys love a good conversation? Don't you guys love meeting someone who knows a lot of shit about something that you don't know about? You know what I mean? So imagine taking that to the next level and going to the source, read a few books by Leonardo da Vinci, St. Thomas Aquinas, Plato, Aristotle, some of the OGs, Asclepius, like reading words from their mouth. And it's like, you're going to be getting the same information. You know what I mean? It's not, unless you're stupid, filthy rich and you can like buy your way into the vaults of the Vatican. For the most part, we're not going to come across any information that's super new. All we're going to be able to do is get it under a different lens. We're going to get the information not so watered down, which is why the reason why I'm talking about this is because I feel like I've hit that road. Where we'll say the internet has been my source of information. And I'm like, I feel like I'm searching harder on the internet for less information. I'm sort of harder I run, slower I move, sort of thing. And that's what I've been learning with myself. It's like, all right, go back to the OGs, go back to the greats. Stop being. Basically, I was being lazy. That's what it was. We get lazy. We get lazy. We get tired. We got a life and shit. And it's like, we find the people that we trust and ask and have them do the interpretation, have them do the decoding for us. Like I said, we have that's useful. Absolutely, it's just balance, because we can have some great conversations. We can have great revelations. We can have great experiences. We can have new experiences. When you're forced to sort of generate your own frequency, when you're forced to put your back against a wall, you almost have to. It's like either that or die. You've burned your boats. The saying goes, burn your boats. Have you ever heard that saying? It was an old Greek war, and one of the generals, they landed on the shores, and the general ordered his troops to burn the boats, symbolizing, hey, you schmucks, you better win these wars because we can't go home. We just burned the boats, so we proceed and we fucking win or we die. When we're in that sort of situation, we're forced to start manifesting and creating as we want it. We're always manifesting and creating, but just more consciously. And then shit just starts to become more interesting. But that's really what it is. We start, like that last quote said, it said we weren't, so the universe wasn't created for us. We were created for the universe. You know, we're an extension of something. We're a part of something. There's so many ways to live it, so many ways to experience it. And I'm stoked. It's nice to have those reminders. It's nice to just to sit and just have a wave of magic hit you, and you got the empath feelers out there tingling, and then that vibe blows across you like a breeze, and it starts from your fingertips and it ends up right in the middle of your palm, and you go, fuck, that's right. That's right. That's right. It's like it's not out there. It's in here. We've had that. You had that before. It's not out there. It's something that can be generated. Something that can be generated. Not I just thank you, Elizabeth. I see that you're in the room. Maybe you left me a note in. Oh, thank you, Elizabeth, for the cash app. Appreciate that. I wish I could have dialogue with you guys, because that's how these, I mean, it's a conversation, right? I can't see any of your guys' comments if you're leaving them. It's kind of a bummer. Oh, won't let you send super chat either. That's a bummer. Thank you, Elizabeth, for the. I got your cash app though, Elizabeth. Thank you kindly. I appreciate the hell out of it. I do. Thank you guys for being here. What I can do is maybe end the video and start it up again, or it's a bummer. It's twice in a row it's done that. It makes me sad. Makes me super sad. Anywho, Elizabeth, you hit me with a a cash app donation. Thank you. See you guys soon. I'm working on the Colburn Bible. Let me see if I can. If you guys are still, I'm gonna read you guys. Not read, but see if I can find a crazy ass section. You guys have heard of the Colburn Bible? It's this book. Comes in two parts. Half of it's written by ancient Egyptians, the other half ancient Celtics. Random combination, but stories, the day of the floods, King Arthur's in there under different names. The sword and the tale of the sword and the stone is in there. A tale that seems strangely familiar to stories of Gilgamesh and his homies is in there. It's really cool. And I'm doing an audiobook of that. And he talks about all kinds. Talks about the fall of man, how man becomes corrupt, how woman becomes corrupt, how it's pretty cool. That's really. Ever watch Full One? Come on. Caress the face of the land, and at your touch the womb of the earth is opened. Green growth springs through the soil and reaches up towards the sun. All creatures move about according to your design and by your decree. Their lives are directed. You paint the patterns of life and design its destinies. All right, well, we're gonna wrap it up at that. I'm sorry. I wish I could talk to you guys. I know all the comments are shut off. Makes me sad. But talk to you guys soon. Yeah. Oh, you know what it is, isn't it? Aren't we in something Mercury retrograde, right? Mercury retrograde. That's right. My brother's kind of getting into astrology, so he's asking me questions every once in a while, like playing devil's advocate. So does anything happen for Mercury retrograde? And I was like, I don't think so. And then the chat. That's a Mercury retrograde thing, right? For the chat room to fail on us. What's today? February 5th. Oh, yep. Yep. Listen. Richie's messaging me too. If you can hear me, Richie, the chat room is just down. Yeah. Ooh, I got a link from Richie. Settings, community defaults. We might be able to fix this, y'all. We might be able to fix this. Going into my studio right now. All right. Settings, community, and default. Settings. Community. Defaults. Right. And disable comments under comments on your new videos. What? You guys are contacting me on Etsy too. You guys are the best. I think it's a glitch because last time I ran a live and the comments popped on halfway through the live. They just magically turned on. So I haven't messed with any settings. Like I'm in my settings right now and there's nothing hold potentially inappropriate. There's no comments disabled. Make sure your child sensor settings aren't. Man, Alice has been messing with my computer a lot. You guys are helping me out. I appreciate that. Enable chat. Maybe you can also block. Log into YouTube's dashboard. Scroll down and click on the gear near top chat. Dashboard. Scroll down. Top chat gear. So technology is great. It's like it fails, but then I get messages through Cash App donations that you guys are messaging me, which is a pleasant plot twist. I wasn't expecting that. My Etsy shop, I'm getting messages from you guys. My email, Richie's got me on the Telegram. You guys are awesome. No, I'm not seeing a fix. I'm not seeing a fix on here. Where's the top chat gear? Uncheck enable chat. Community settings. Alas, she fails me. Alas. You guys are just tuning into the chat room. What's going on? My name is Keith. I'm your host. You missed most of the video, and the chat room is down right now, so we can't even talk and be homies, which is the best part about going live. So I'm super sorry about that. But regardless, thanks for chilling. Thanks for stopping in. We were just talking quadrivium. We were talking hermetic. Not really. We're talking Plato and Aristotle and some cool things on geometry and sacred geometry and numbers and sacred numbers. So Ty is telling me, I think it's called Made for Kids. Yeah. I'm sorry. Why? ¿Por qué? Let me go to the actual live chat room, the actual live streaming room. Maybe something weird's going on in there. Edit. Live chat. Enable live chat. All right, it's clicked. Only channel members may send messages. Damn, that's gangster. Allow live chat to replay. Check that. We're good. Even in the, I'll turn it off and I'll turn it back on. So how about this? We'll turn it off. Try typing something, you guys, right? It should be gone. So we're gonna turn it back on. There's an option in here called live direct. It's like a reggae thing. Live and direct. Joe, we coming at you live and direct. All right, live chat, enable live chat. Save, I turned it back on. Okay, now y'all, now try to do the thing. Oh, Ty, you're the one asking about. Oh no, you're asking the Palo Santo. Bummer. Okay. So still no comments. Yeah, I don't think it's something on my end. I think YouTube's just failing. I did this last video, and then the chats magically appeared. This time it doesn't look like it's doing it, but it's all good. I'll talk to you guys soon. All right, we'll do a live reading maybe. Yeah, we'll do a live reading tomorrow. I need some knowledge in my life. I miss being out here in the garage reading books. So I'm gonna do it with y'all tomorrow. We're gonna have a great time. How does that sound? All right, so make sure you roll up your J's before we start. Set up your packets of tea if you want to get your own personal custom blends. And I'll see you soon. And pray to the gods, whichever ones you care to worship and value. Pray to them and ask them to let the comment section work. All right. All right. Thanks, you guys. Buenas noches.